Football didn't become the world's most controversial sport overnight. From shadowy backroom deals to mysterious referee decisions, the beautiful game has always been shrouded in conspiracy. Today, we're going to go over the craziest theories that have shaped fan conversations for decades. FIFA's shadow empire, the corruption web. For many years, talk of FIFA corruption was travelling through the football community. Then the 2015 FBI raids changed everything. 14 FIFA officials were arrested on charges of wire fraud, racketeering, and money laundering. The subsequent investigation revealed a staggering $150 million in bribes funneling through the organisation. What makes this conspiracy special is how it transformed from wild theory to confirmed reality. Former FIFA president Sepp Blatter and UEFA president Michael Platini both received lengthy bans. The real revelation wasn't just that corruption existed, it was the systematic infrastructure built to sustain it over generations of leadership. Behind the scenes, prosecutors uncovered how World Cup hosting rights were effectively sold to the highest bidder. This set the stage for perhaps football's most controversial tournament ever. The Qatar question: desert dreams or dirty deals? When Qatar, a nation with no football tradition, summer temperatures exceeding 115 degrees Fahrenheit, and zero suitable stadiums, won the 2022 FIFA World Cup bid, conspiracy theories erupted immediately. The official FIFA technical report had rated Qatar as high risk, yet somehow it defeated the United States in the final voting round. The numbers tell the story. 6,500 migrant workers reportedly died building the tournament infrastructure. 7 of the 22 FIFA Executive Committee members who voted for Qatar were later indicted or banned for corruption. Perhaps most damning, forensic analysis showed millions flowing from Qatari accounts to FIFA officials shortly before and after the vote. What many people don't realise is that this wasn't just about hosting rights, it represented a tectonic shift in football power dynamics, with state wealth becoming the new pathway to influence. This changed everything about how football's global decisions are made. UEFA Lona, European football's favouritism theory. Barcelona's Champions League dominance between 2006 and 2015 spawned one of football's most persistent conspiracy theories, that UEFA actively favoured the Catalan giants through referee decision. The theory even earned its own name, UEFA Lona. The defining moment came in 2009 against Chelsea. 4 legitimate penalty appeals denied before Andreas Iniesta's last-minute winner sent Barcelona to the final. Norwegian referee Tom Henning Overbøl received death threats, and even neutral observers called it the greatest officiating scandal in Champions League history. 3 years later against AC Milan, statistics showed an unprecedented imbalance. Barcelona committed 21 fouls but received 0 yellow cards, while Milan committed 10 fouls and received 5 bookings. Many claim this pattern of favourable decisions helped cement Barcelona's dynasty, creating a marketable showcase team for UEFA's premier competition. The South Korean miracle, World Cup 2002's Dark Cloud. No conspiracy theory has more visual evidence than South Korea's miraculous 2002 World Cup run. As co-hosts, they shocked the football world by reaching the semi-finals, but how they got there remains intensely controversial. Against Italy in the round of 16, referee Byron Moreno made a series of inexplicable decisions, disallowing a legitimate Italian goal, sending off Francesco Totti for a non-existent dive, and allowing a Korean goal scored after what appeared to be a clear foul. Years later, Moreno was arrested at JFK Airport with 6 kilograms of heroin strapped to his body, further fueling theories about his integrity. The quarter-final against Spain featured 3 Spanish goals incorrectly disallowed, culminating in a penalty shootout victory for Korea. The referee from that match, Gamal El Gondauer, was later found to have received expensive gifts from Korean football officials before the tournament. FIFA president Sepp Blatter later admitted that Korea's semi-final placement wasn't entirely fair, creating rare official acknowledgement of what many consider football's most blatant case of tournament manipulation. VAR, solution or deeper problem? Introduced to eliminate controversy, VAR instead spawned an entirely new generation of conspiracy theories. The technology that promised objectivity has instead raised questions about selective application and inconsistent standards. The statistics raise eyebrows. During the 2020-21 Premier League season, Manchester United received 11 VAR penalty decisions in their favour, nearly triple any other team. Meanwhile, Liverpool had 15 decisions go against them in the same period. What makes VAR conspiracy theories unique is their focus on the human element. Despite technological assistance, the same referees still make the final decision, leading to claims that VAR simply provides cover for continuation of existing biases and favouritism. This explains why 82% of Premier League fans reported less satisfaction with officiating after VAR's introduction, despite the promise of greater accuracy. Fergie time, the Manchester United clock conspiracy. For 27 years under Sir Alex Ferguson, Manchester United developed a remarkable ability to score crucial goals deep into stoppage time, so consistently that the phenomenon earned its own name, Fergie bogey time. A 2010 study by The Times analysed 20 years of Premier League data and found that when Manchester United were losing, officials added an average of 79 seconds more stoppage time than when they were winning. In close matches at Old Trafford, this discrepancy stretched to nearly 2 minutes. The defining moment came in 2009 when Michael Owen scored a Manchester derby winner in the 96th minute despite the fourth official indicating only 4 minutes of added time. Manchester City manager Mark Hughes called it an insult, while Ferguson simply smiled. This pattern of favourable timekeeping created a psychological advantage when United players never stopped believing and opponents never felt safe, even after the clock should have expired. Financial fair play, protecting giants or preventing revolution. Introduced in 2011, financial fair play, or FFP, was supposedly designed to prevent clubs from spending beyond their means. Critics argue it instead calcified football's hierarchy, protecting established wealthy clubs while preventing newcomers from investing their way to the top. Manchester City's case reveals the conspiracy theory's foundation. When leaked emails showed potential FFP violations, City faced a 2-year Champions League ban. After hiring elite lawyers, this punishment was mysteriously reduced to a minor fine. Meanwhile, smaller clubs with less legal firepower received points deduction and transfer bans for similar offences. What many don't realise is how FFP structure inherently benefits legacy clubs. Revenue-based spending means clubs with established global fan bases can spend more, regardless of owner wealth. This effectively locked football's hierarchy in place, perhaps precisely as intended. Hot ball, cold ball, the rigged draw theory. One of football's most persistent conspiracy theories involves tournament draws being manipulated through heated or cooled balls, allowing officials to feel which teams are in which ball. The theory gained mainstream traction when former FIFA General Secretary Michael Zen-Ruffinen claimed in 2012 that European draws had been fixed by freezing certain balls to identify them by touch. Former Marseille chairman Bernard Tapie backed this claim, stating, "When you freeze the balls, they're easy to spot." The evidence appears in statistic anomalies. From 2008 to 2016, Real Madrid avoided all other Spanish teams in Champions League draws until the latest possible stage in 24 consecutive draws, a possibility of less than 1%. Barcelona similarly avoided German powerhouse Bayern Munich for 16 consecutive draws, despite both teams regularly reaching later rounds. These patterns fueled conspiracy theories that UEFA manipulates drawing to create the most marketable matchups and protect certain teams' advancement, maximising viewership and revenue along the way. Big Six privilege, Premier League's protected elite. The formation of the Premier League in 1992 was itself a power grab, top clubs breaking away to secure greater television revenue. Decades later, conspiracy theories suggest that league structure continues to favour its biggest clubs in subtler ways. The evidence appears in disciplinary records. During the 2019-2020 season, Liverpool's players spent an average of 96 seconds time wasting per goal kick when leading, compared to Aston Villa's 30 seconds. Yet Liverpool received 0 time wasting cautions, while Villa received 11. The defining moment came with the failed European Super League launch in 2021. Despite attempting to destroy the Premier League structure, the Big Six clubs involved received a combined fine of just £22 million, approximately what they earn in 3 days. Meanwhile, points deductions have been liberally applied to smaller clubs for financial issues. Behind the scenes, broadcasting schedules consistently favour bigger teams with more recovery time between fixtures. Since 2017, the Big Six have received an average of 24 more hours of rest between matches than smaller clubs, a significant competitive advantage over a grueling season. Calciopoli, Italian football's darkest hour. In 2006, Italian football exploded with revelations that league-leading Juventus had created an entire system to influence referee appointment. Telephone interceptions revealed Juventus executive Luciano Moggi directly manipulating which officials were assigned to key matches. The scandal resulted in Juventus being relegated to Serie B and stripped of 2 Serie A titles. AC Milan, Fiorentina, Lazio and Regina also received point deductions for their involvement. What makes this conspiracy unique is that it confirms fans' worst suspicion, that match outcomes were being manipulated at the highest levels. The real story behind Calciopoli is that many Italians believe the full truth remains hidden. Intercepted calls suggest other top clubs were equally involved, yet Juventus received disproportionate punishment. This created a meta-conspiracy, a theory about why only certain conspirators were exposed while others remained protected. Hand of God, divine intervention, or divine deception? Perhaps football's most famous controversy birthed an equally famous conspiracy theory. When Diego Maradona's Hand of God goal eliminated England from the 1986 World Cup, it wasn't just the blatant handball that spawned theories, it was the officials' impossible collective blindness to it. Tunisian referee Ali bin Nasser claimed his view was obstructed. However, Bulgarian linesman Bogdan Dochev later admitted, "I saw the hand, but FIFA's rules didn't allow me to speak to the referee." This contradiction fueled theories that FIFA wanted Argentina Argentina and Maradona, football's biggest star, to advance over England. The deeper conspiracy theory suggests a political dimension. Coming just 4 years after the Falklands War between Argentina and England, some claim FIFA officials tactically allowed the result to stand as a form of soft diplomacy, allowing Argentina a symbolic victory to ease lingering tensions from the military conflict. Ghost goals, when reality becomes debatable. Before goal line technology, disputed goals, or ghost goals, spawned some of football's most enduring controversies and conspiracy theories. The defining moment came in the 1966 World Cup final, when England's Geoff Hurst's shot hit the crossbar, bounced near the line, and was ruled a goal, giving England a crucial lead against West Germany. 50 years of technological analysis has never conclusively proven whether the ball fully crossed the line. In 2005, Liverpool's Luis Garcia scored a ghost goal against Chelsea in the Champions League semi-final that propelled Liverpool towards their miraculous Istanbul triumph. To this day, Jose Mourinho insists the ball never crossed the line. The conspiracy theory suggests that these moments aren't just mistakes, they're deliberate manipulations to favour certain teams or create specific narratives that benefit the sport's marketability. What makes ghost goal theories unique is how technology has eliminated the controversy but not the conspiracy theories, as VAR decisions about millimetre offside calls have simply replaced the old uncertainties with new digital ones. The Drake curse, music's most dangerous football fan. It began as social media humour but evolved into one of football's most widely discussed superstitions. Any team or player photographed with Canadian rapper Drake subsequently experiences failure. The evidence is surprisingly compelling. Arsenal lost to Crystal Palace the day after Drake posed with Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang. PSG suffered their worst league defeat in 19 years after Layvin Kurzawa took a Drake selfie. Manchester City lost to Tottenham in the Champions League after Sergio Aguero met Drake. AS Roma famously banned their players from taking photos with the rapper until the season concluded. The Drake curse represents how modern football conspiracy theories spread, through social media rather than traditional channels. While obviously not supernatural, it highlights how confirmation bias and pattern recognition drive many football conspiracies. For every team that loses after meeting Drake, others win, but those examples don't reinforce the narrative. England's curse, football's longest journey home. Since winning the 1966 World Cup, England has developed a remarkable ability to lose in increasingly heartbreaking ways, spawning theories of a legitimate curse on the national team. The statistics are brutal. 7 semi-final appearances across World Cups and European Championships, but only 2 finals reached. England has lost more penalty shootouts than any major football nation, winning just 22% of their competitive shootouts compared to Germany's 86%. The conspiracy theory gained momentum after the 1996 European Championship, when the "Football's Coming Home" anthem seemed to jinx England's chances on home soil. The team has since lost on penalties, 1996, 2004, 2012, to last-minute goals, 2004, 2021, through goalkeeping errors in 2010, and via missed penalties in regulation time in 2019 and 2021. What makes this curse compelling is how it transcends generations of players, managers, and tactics, suggesting something beyond normal sporting factors is at work. The psychological weight of national expectation has become a self-fulfilling prophecy, creating a feedback loop of pressure and failure that appears almost supernatural in its consistency. If you enjoyed this video and want to find out about every footballer that had to be banned from playing, click the other video on the screen.